Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Week in the life again on the Courier exchange. It is Monday and it's currently 5 to 4 on Monday. We didn't have anything booked in the morning. We didn't have anything booked in too early. I was out yesterday watching the mighty England get that win, the 1-0 win. So that's a good start for England. So I'm sure most should be happy about that. So I actually hadn't done my invoices as well, so got up and did that this morning and got them off. I was looking for jobs from around 9 o'clock, so I was still on the ball this morning. So obviously I live near Winsford, and one came up in Winsford going to St Helens on the short wheelbase job, £40 on that. So I thought, oh, that'll do, just get it started. So he rang about 10 past 9. Yeah, I said that's yours, just going to confirm we've got a van to the customer, let them know the details, and then I'll let you know the pick-up point, etc, etc. So eventually got the job properly through just before about 9:45, and I was already on the industrial estate because I knew it would be from the pick-up was from there. So I found a place. If you follow Big Beardy's Discord, you'll see that it has been an absolute nightmare. It's probably the worst job that I've had in a way, for things like this happening and delays and etc. As I explained, it's not. I got there about 10 to 10. It's not a big place, not a big warehouse, and so it's not. You know, sometimes if you go to like a pallet network and it's a massive warehouse, you're thinking could be here a while. It was nothing like that. So got there and these Arctics kept going in front of me. I was just told to stay in my van and somebody will come to you, and another Arctic come, got loaded and got unloaded and loaded again, and then he come for a reference number. Shipper hadn't left the reference number, so he gave me that within 5 minutes, and then I was waiting another 30 minutes for someone to come back to me. Have you got your reference number? I was like, well, yeah. You didn't come back to anyway. So eventually, what time did we leave site? We were on site 2.5 hours for a short wheelbase job, picking up one pallet for a £40 job. So yeah, that wasn't not great. Obviously half an hour was free. I think I was a bit light on £15 an hour waiting time. So eventually got loaded. Shipper, fair, spot on, you know, can't knock the shipper at all. He was obviously ringing around his customer, who was at his customer was where we were dropping off. So yeah, they were doing everything they could, to be fair, from their point of view, and he was really nice about it and everything. So as long as you're keeping him updated, and that, obviously I was a little bit frustrated, and he could understand that I was frustrated, because obviously I took the job for a nice short job and, you know, get going for the day and then get that one in the bank. But now it's probably knocked me back getting the next job and my next job or whatever, so it's knocked me back a little bit on that side of things. So yeah, eventually got there. There's another half an hour on site at St Helens, so got added that on as well for waiting time, and eventually it got taken off and sorted out there. So I think the job in the end for 30 mile paid, I think he paid just over £80 you put in the job. So fair dues, you can't knock it. It's just like I said, it's more for the fact that it's for your next job and the knock-on effects that it has, because and the later in the day. So what was it now for? So yeah, really set me back. Obviously I haven't got anything else, and it probably could be calling it a day soon. Near Runcorn, WA7, where the medical ones go through to private addresses. One's come up, but it wasn't far, it was only to Wakefield. So we really wanted a distance really to finish today and go from there for tomorrow, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen today. So it's just one of them things. I mean, people doing, or coming newbies happens, you know, things like this happen. You see, it's not all, you know, job, pick up your next one, pick up your next one. No, like, it's not always as simple as that. Well, very rarely is, to be honest. So yeah, that's that. I do post a video onto the Facebook, and I've got quite a lot of stick from some experts from Scotland, from the courier industry, and say I'm doing everything wrong and I'm misinforming people and I should be charging this and should be charging that. I don't think these videos ever set out to mislead anyone or anything like that at all. I'm happy not to even discuss what I get for the job. It's not really me, oh look what I earn. It's just kind of trying to give people perspective on what you can do. I think I was being criticised for, I wasn't going cheap, but getting cheaper to get back home. I apparently should be ready to go anywhere at any time, all the time. Well, that's not really fair and true. People have different circumstances. Like Big Birdie sometimes need to get home for family reasons. The same I might need to, and whoever, not just us. I'm just saying, obviously, because he's on YouTube and he's mentioned it before. It's, you know, it's personal circumstances. I'm sure Pete, the courier driver, is the same. He might have to be back for at certain times or want to be back. You know, it's personal. I shouldn't be being told you should be ready to go anywhere at any time, and you shouldn't quote cheaper to get back home. I only quote much cheaper when I'm in like Scotland or the arse end and nowhere south. Then maybe I do, and I don't think that's wrong in my opinion. But apparently I've been proved wrong by the experts from Scotland on being a courier driver. So I take any feedback at anything, and if you put in the comments, and I think people have had constructors saying, I think I was saying there's a ceiling with jobs, what you can make, and I was wrong, and I can see where people are coming from with that. Yep, that's fair enough. I think my take, maybe not a ceiling, but I think unless certain jobs come, there's only so much on the Courier exchange you can charge per mile to get the job. You can't go like small van and start going pound a mile on every job. You'd hardly get any jobs, if any, a day. So I think I was just more saying you can only get so much on a job, but if you're starting early enough and putting the hours in, you can, obviously there's no ceiling really. So I think it's more the price you could charge per job on a permanent basis on an average, if you know what I mean, with each job. So if I am doing anything wrong or anyone's got anything there, I'm quite happy to say that. I'm just trying to give my perspective on what I do in a week really. It's not just saying this is how much I earn, I'm just saying this is where I go and that's what I do. And apparently I'm giving away too much information from shippers, and if this person said if I was a shipper I'd get you thrown off the Courier exchange. So I'm not sure what I'm doing in my videos to get me thrown off the Courier exchange. I do not know. I don't mention names of couriers. Yes, it might allude to them, but so does all the other YouTubers do allude to sometimes who the shipper might be, and sometimes they're just the big nationals. Or if I've turned up at Ryman in Crewe and I go, I'm not really revealing much information, and no one's going to know who that job is based on me going to Ryman in Crewe. And you know, if I just, you get them people, and I think personally they're wrong to get criticised like that. Like I said, I don't see any reason what I'm doing to get thrown off the Courier exchange. If he was a shipper, I'd be getting you thrown off the Courier exchange. I was like, well, and he goes, you never do jobs for me, and this, look how unprofessional he is. So I got criticised being called unprofessional, and ever since I've started this, so that's one thing I've been trying to do, professional. My feedback proves that. So appreciate it. Sorry if it's a little rant. It's just a bit more of an annoyance really, because I don't feel that I've done too much wrong, and I'm just doing these videos for really a bit of fun and just to put it out there and what I do. I'll try and tone down the advice as much, but if anyone has constructive criticism, commenting on the videos or on the Discord with Big Birdie, I'm happy to take it on, as long as people still like the content, which I'm getting. I think this is the minority of these comments. The majority have been great, guys. I've really appreciated that. I mean, and newbies have come to me asking questions, and I've tried to answer them best I can from my experience so far. So again, thank you very much for all the support. That's Monday. We could be back later, or unfortunately as the day's going, that could be it, but we'll see what happens. See you later. Hello and welcome back, and it's actually Thursday at 3:45. So when I last left you, good English, Tom. It was Monday. I appreciate today's Thursday. I did do a video yesterday, but the reason it's been scrapped is, I'll tell you in a second, because everything, one job's changed everything. So yeah, Monday was looking like a bit of a dead end, but we picked up one of the WA7 medical jobs, going to residential addresses, going to Cardiff. So yeah, that was good. That saved the day. Got about over 90p a mile for that. You can get good money on them. I think they've got good money themselves. I don't take the PISS if it's like in the week and normal times, but I know they've got good money on it, so I won't go too much because obviously you want the job. When it's out of hours and weekend, it's a bit different, isn't it? Like, I got that one to near Cambridge and got quite a bit for it. So yeah, and they're a good shipper, always pay early, and yes, you can't really go wrong with them. So we got that job, stayed in Cardiff, and then this is where it cocked up a little bit, and it was my fault by not reading the notes properly. So as I was leaving the hotel, Jog come up to Altrincham from Stonehouse, and it was drop off for the next day, so which was fine. The shipper rang me, and that's why I had in my head it was drop off the next day, but it was also pick up the next day. So we all make mistakes. So I rang, because I was going, I thought, well, I'm not getting much, I'm going past, they left a number, so I texted their customer and said, is it ready now? Can I pick up on the way through? Because I think it's pick up between 1 and 4, but obviously it meant the next day, not the day I was there, so I confused him. He was like, yeah, but it's not for delivery Thursday. I was like, all right. All of a sudden, then the shipper rings. He wasn't best pleased, which is fair enough. It is my mistake, so I apologised 4 or 5 times, to be honest. And he was not happy with saying it. Attention to detail, blah blah, and things like that. So, which is fair enough. It's his fault, but as he was still telling me off, he came through he got a notification from his shipper saying he can collect, it's ready now, it's in a box ready, it's ready to go, but can you still deliver it Thursday? And I was like, yeah, no problem at all, yeah. So that all sorted itself out, so that was fine. So that's why the video I did yesterday is in scrap, because of this situation, which is coming up. So as I was there, I got a job from Gloucester going to Stoke. It's meant to be Crewe, but I got there, it was Stoke. It's a bit of a confusion, but anyway, I was fine. It was similar mileage, ST7, so it wasn't too far from home, and it got me back. So that was Tuesday done. Yeah, that was Tuesday. So Wednesday, which was yesterday, was kind of shot myself in the foot because I was restricted where I could go, because obviously I had that drop off in Altrincham on Thursday morning. So I had a short job from Middlewich going to Nantwich, just a minimum charge job, got £35. Pulled up around the corner, 5 minutes later got a job Crewe going to Daventry. Picked up there before, done work for that shipper before, a few jobs, so that was good. And then Northampton to Brealey Hill, DY something, near Dudley. Probably pronounced that wrong. So right, this is where it all changed. So I did them jobs. I was probably on about 170-ish for the day, so not bad considering I couldn't really have to be back, and it wasn't a million miles from home. That shipper rings, the one from where I thought it was the Altrincham the Stonehouse pickup, and where I cocked up a little bit. And he's like, right, there's been a change. The delivery address is now Birmingham. And I was like, oh God. I already had a job booked in for Thursday after in Knutsford pickup. So, but I said, by chance, I'm actually in near Birmingham at the moment. So, but when I said I've got that job booked in, he goes, thought that might be the case. He's a lot nicer this time. Obviously, I appreciate his first thing, and it was me that was wrong, but it was all sorted out, and there was actually no issue in the end with that job, to be fair. So it just worked out, and turned him around a bit, because he was like, all right. So he rang the engineer, and then he rang back and says, yeah, the engineer will be here in this time, give him a ring. So I give the engineer a ring, and he was staying in the Premier Inn about 18 miles from where I was. And he said, just head there, say my name and leave it there. So that's what I did. So it worked out an absolute winner, because that job was gone, out the van and gone out the way. And when I texted him and said what I'd done, he said that's all right. And he goes, again, apologies again. He goes, not a problem at all. Thanks for your help, Tom. So thing is, you rectify your mistake, and this one worked out brilliantly for myself. Got that off, and obviously the shipper, I've really helped him out there, because if I wouldn't have been able to go Birmingham today, because I had that pick up in Knutsford. So yeah, that all worked out brilliantly in the end. So headed back after that because it was getting later on. And I obviously I still had to pick up in Knutsford in the morning. So that was a private address pickup, and it was a laptop pickup. So I text him, I go, I'm coming through Knutsford, can I pick it up? And he went, yeah. So I picked that up from Knutsford. Instead of picking up at 9, I picked it up the night before. So this morning, it was going to Yorkshire Water in Bradford. Like I said, just returning a laptop, and I got there for just after 9. So again, like I was saying, well, I'm not saying actually because I've deleted that video. But what I said previously, you can get that job in pre-9 o'clock or pre-10. If you're getting a job in before then, you've got that money in the bank, and then all the jobs will start popping up. And now what I'll do is I'll cut to today's job, and that's where I am now. As you'll see. Take it away, Tom, again. Hello! And what a beautiful place this is. Near the lid. LYD, basically, it's France over there. Keep going and you'll get to France. So yeah, I'm going to recap other stuff in a minute before filling this start here. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, so I had a job already booked in from, I picked up last night from Knutsford. It's from someone's house. It's a laptop being returned to Yorkshire Water in Bradford. And because I picked it up the night before, I got there just after 9. And then I picked up this job from about 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away in Bradford, going to a solicitor, somebody who does forensics. I don't want to say pathology. Someone does forensics. So yeah, dropped that at the house, which is just down there somewhere. And literally lives here, so absolutely beautiful. So obviously it was near a 5-hour drive on here, so yeah, been a busy old one already. It's just gone up to 3 o'clock ish. Nothing yet. It's picking up just getting a lot of London jobs here. That's the issue. So just gotta keep an eye on the feed and see what happens. But obviously it's a good chance I'll be down here for tonight or go to Ashford and stay there. But I mean, come on. Ridiculous here, ridiculous. Look at it, absolutely ridiculous. Just enjoy this while I'm down here, I think, for the moment, yeah, for the next half an hour or so. I think good break here. It's been a lot of driving already today, so yeah, nice little break. So see you later, guys. Hello, and now it's Saturday morning. Just about to do this week's. If I can get it uploaded, last week was England versus Scotland. That's all we need to say about that. So yeah, yesterday, Friday, was in Ashford in Kent. Was actually speaking to Big Birdie in the morning, just as I got up, and he was tramping near where I live. And he's like, oh, I never do well out of Kent and stuff. And then all of a sudden, I was like, well, I don't know, we'll have to see. And a job came up. Where's it from again? About 30 mile away. Going to Shrewsbury, Shropshire. So jumped on that. 65p a mile, and yeah, that got us home. It's just from an XPO warehouse. I thought, oh, you know, when you go in there picking up a couple of parcels, it could be. And I was in and out in 15 minutes. So I was quite pleased with that. It was quite well run. So that was good. Dropped to a private address and then came home, and that was it. Because it was a long few days with long drives, and especially yesterday being a Friday, you know, M25, M1, there was accidents. Went round and joined it back again, and then M6, and then even getting out of Shrewsbury, there was traffic. So yeah, busy days on the road on a Friday now, isn't it? So now everything's getting back open, so luckily it wasn't too bad. I think I was home for 3:30, so I'll take that, and it's been a really good week again. So look, things personally, I don't know if it's like for everyone, but it seems to be picking up a little bit now. So I'm seems to be getting consistent every week, take-ins and earnings, so that's good. So it's we are looking consistent. So anyway, thanks for watching. this week's vlog. Hope you enjoy it. Give it a like, any comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.